What's going on, y'all? This is Josh from Team SUPERSHOE, and welcome back to another episode of The Shoe Show. We are not talking about witches' shoes and brooms. No, we are talking about the one and only Cordell Carrier, the shoe of NASCAR, and just anything NASCAR-related. Super pumped to have you guys. Happy Halloween. This is our Halloween special, and we're going to be bringing on our buddies Cordell Carrier and Bobby Cansdale. We're going to talk about the past few races when we recorded this. Past few races were Bristol, Texas, and Talladega. We're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to be previewing Martinsville. So throwing a few conversation questions out there, and ultimately deciding who we think are going to win, who's going to be hoisting the trophy next month. I believe this is going to be the last episode before the championship is decided. So just super pumped to have those guys on. Let's go ahead and bring them on, Cordell and Bobby. All right, y'all, welcome back, and we are hanging out with our buddies Bobby and Cordell. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Awesome, man. Cordell, how are you, man?
Doing great. Thanks for having us out.
Yeah, where you guys out from? Where are you guys broadcasting from?
Well, I'm broadcasting from the Space Coast in Florida, which is basically on the Atlantic side. Down by the beach.
Nice. What about you, Cordell? Where are you at, man?
I'm actually in Blumpville, Tennessee, and I'm chilling next to the ocean, as you can see.
I see.
But I actually live 3.5 miles from Bristol Motor Speedway.
Nice. All right. Well, I brought you guys on just to chat about racing a little bit, and wanted to kind of talk about, as we're recording, and our past two races were Talladega, you had Bristol, and what was the other one? Texas. And then I also want to preview Martinsville and just talk about, that's, I think one of all of our favorite races, and just to Hello, friends. This is Cordell Carrier, driver of the number 7 Built Bar Chevrolet. Joshua unfortunately had a few technical difficulties, so he dialed in his old buddy, Cordell Carrier. And I decided I'm going to bring on a couple of my buddies. So brought over, first off, some call him Rowdy, KFB. Some call him names we can't say on this show without censoring it. But I call him one of the goats of the NASCARs, Kyle Busch. Kyle, how are you?
Thanks for having me. I'm here.
Also, most call him Chase Elliott. I call him the champ, Mr. William Clyde Elliott. Chase, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on the show.
All right. Well, before we start talking about some of the topics that Josh had written out for this show, I got to know first off, Kyle, we've seen you get into a few scraps throughout the years. You got, Joseph Thomas Logano's scrap, and you also had your new boss, RCR, Richard Childress, took off his watch and did his business. I want to know, I don't feel like you won any of those. So I want to know if you guys are going to, if he's going to send you through some training camps to make sure that you don't embarrass RCR next year when you get into the next scrap.
Yeah, that's part of why he gave me the watch, so I could have something to take off after my fight training.
Hell yeah, I like that. All right, so in Chase, we got to watch you guys out in that USA show, Chase for the Championship, no pun intended, and we got to see how amazing Hendrick Motorsports is with that awesome drone shot. I want to know, since we see how much awesome, stuff you have in there and the 5,000 employees, I want to know, are you winning this championship this year or what?
I'm going to fly to that championship like that drone flew through Hendrick Motorsports.
I like it. All right, so real quick, I'm going to talk about the past few races where we recorded just a few weeks ago, and this is coming out on October 17th. So the past races, we got Bristol, 7 cars had flat tires, mostly right front issues. 4 Toyotas with power steering issues, and Kyle, unfortunately, your engine failure. And you just could not pass there. I ended up finishing 15th, and I tell you, boys, I took all that negativity that the car was dishing out, and I ate its lunch. Then we went to Texas. More tire failures. And Hamlin's beef with Hendrick Motorsports. I kind of like seeing the 24 kind of sticking up for himself, because I felt like he was a little bit of a pushover. But he's somebody that, maybe at least he'll stick up for himself when he's in that car. So and I ended up 14th, and that, boys, is a team of attrition. And we finally went out to Talladega, where the only tire failure was me, but it wasn't really a tire failure problem. It was more of a personnel problem, but we won't get into that. There was no big one. I even thought that, William Clyde here would throw out a late block at the end of the race or something, see some type of spectacular finish. But the sirens were ringing in Dawsonville, because, William Clyde Elliott, Chase, he won the race. So I wanted to know, how did y'all feel about the past 3 races?
We've been doing pretty bad starting with qualifying. Qualifying's been horrible, just the setups, just getting us ready for race trim. But, we had a DNF at one point, and then, 2 of the last 3 weeks we finished in the top 2.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle? How you been, man?
How haven't I been? Blown motors, shitty race cars, Toyotas. Give me bow ties.
Bow ties is the way to go. We both will tell you that. So Martinsville is coming up, and we got Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville, and Phoenix coming up. And I want to talk about Martinsville, because let's be honest, boys, that's the only race that I'm really going to get to go bump somebody out of my way, hopefully get a top 15. And I wanted to talk about a year ago. So William Byron, he won in the spring. We just got done talking about how he was sticking up for himself a little bit. Chase, you came in 10th. Kyle, you came in 7th. I unfortunately came in 32nd. And I wanted to know, who do y'all have pegged to win that race?
Well, as much as I'd like to say Hendrick Motorsports, you got to go with those Joe Gibbs. They've won several of the last races.
All right.
Yeah. It's hard to say. Whoever gets in the front, because you can't pass. Whoever doesn't break shit, because the cars are junk. Whoever doesn't blow a motor or pop a tire, I guess, will probably be the winner. We'll all see. Flip a coin.
All right. Kyle, with his blunt honesty, I like it. So me, the past few years, I finished 20th, 30th, something like that. But I feel like it's a strong race for me. And just a year ago, I was in 11th place, and I wheeled that thing around, and went to I even got a TV shout out, and any publicity is good for us in the Spire Motorsports. And unfortunately, we went and pitted with, I don't know, there was like 80 to go or 60 to go, and Tyler Reddick just wrecked us, damn near killed me. I mean, I was just trying to get between the mustard and the mayonnaise, and he just wrecked me. So I don't know what the deal is, but things seem to be calmed down now. So I got a question for you guys before we get off, because I think Josh is saying his signal's back up. So for you, Chase, is you and Larson, are y'all the new Johnson and Gordon with the feud? Y'all having some issues in HMS?
No, we don't want to be Johnson and Gordon. We want to be Larson and Chase.
All right. And Kyle, I want to know, 2023 is going to be a really good year for you. And I wanted to know, what do you look forward to the most in 2023?
Winning.
Love that. All right. Well, Janie. Oh, wait. Wrong show. I think we're live. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Y'all never thought that you'd see Corey LaJoy and Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott come on the show all at once, but things happen. So, anyways, guys, before we end this show, I wanted to ask you: we've seen a lot of hard hits, cars catching on fire, all sorts of problems with this next gen car, and Goodyear and whatever else people want to blame it on. I'm no expert by any means, but do you guys see any of these drivers retiring early because of these hits? Maybe Truex and Harvick.
I really don't. The only one that I could really see retiring is probably Kurt Busch, just because Kurt has been in there. He's the last driver to drive with Dale Earnhardt, and all the hits and beatings that he's got over the year have added up.
What about you, Cordell?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with Bobby. I feel like that Kurt. I feel like he may be done. I'm sure we'll see by the end of the year. They're not going to say anything before the season's up, but Kevin and Truex and all those guys, they're racers at heart, and they know the risks every time they strap in that car. I think you saw them this weekend. They're going to send it in the turn, no matter what.
Yeah. It's interesting, and it also makes me worry. I hope that next year they come out with some type of they come out with more safety features for these cars, because these guys shouldn't be getting hurt as much as they are. And it comes to a point of, if they're going to keep getting these hard hits, is a driver's career span going to be shortened? So, but hopefully everything will turn out well. I mean, they have been through many different types of cars and many type of races, and they've been through a lot. So with that being said, I wanted to know, obviously we all have our favorites, but if you were to predict the championship winner this year, who do you see taking home the title? This will be the last episode before the championship's over.
It's hard to go against Chase, as good as he's been doing this year. He's had some ups and downs, but right now he's really hot. The qualifying for him hasn't been great, but some of his finishes here recently, outside of Chase, I don't know, probably somewhere around Ryan Blaney. I can see Blaney getting in there. He's bound to get that first win of the year. I mean, otherwise he'll be. I'd like to see him be a champion without even having a win. That'd be something different.
Well, it'd be like the old school format,
Oh yeah.
What about you, Cordell?
Yeah, I as bad as I hate to say it, because I'm not really a Penske guy, but I think that Blaney has a really good shot at it. He's been so consistent the entire season, and it's hard to not see him in the Final Four, and it's hard to not see him doing well at Phoenix. Of course, Chase is I'm a big Larson fan. I'd like to see Larson sneak in there and get back to back. And I like the little rivalry between him and Chase. I think that's fun. So I think that would fuel the fire a little bit more than what's happening right now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, my pick, again, nobody that's in I only like one guy, and Chastain I kind of like a little bit, and I'm going with him because he has been the talk of the town or talk of the season, and like him or hate him, he is what everybody's been aiming after, and it just whether or not he can kind of whether or not he can actually race respectfully and not be roughing up the wrong people who's going to end his championship season or not, we'll see. But that's going to be my pick, and we're doing this episode that's we're not even down to the final 8 yet, so by the time the show comes out, I don't know where we're going to be, but anyways, all right, well, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me on the Shoe Show, and you guys have been on Team Super Shoe for a while, and you guys have been good friends, so I just appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having us. I enjoy it.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us, and it's always like watching the shows, and it's really neat to be a part of it.
Awesome, man. All right, thank you guys. See ya.
Thank you.
Cordell and Bobby, once again, thank you so much for coming on the Shoe Show. Man, I did not expect to have so much technical issues, but it worked out either way. I think you guys would rather listen to some of the professional race car drivers from NASCAR. So really cool, once again, to have you guys. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe, and hope you guys have a good Halloween. And just thank you very much. Hope you guys have a good rest of the month, and God bless.